got the new dress-up units for all the Set 1 Lyrical Ride lines, Grade 3 generics, and new Regalis pieces. This video will also include the Shop Challenge PR, which is Emposa, and the upcoming August PRs, which includes the Minerva PR, Thasus, Maelstrom for Nirvana, and such. Starting off, we're gonna go with Willista, which is a obvious S. She might be the best deck right now. She has insane draw power from her gem, Ride Line, the Cycler, Elivira. She can do 4 to 5 attacks with the new gem and Ophelia. Her grade 2 Romana now can be 20k on her second turn because her new gem counts as both gems. Her numbers are also pretty big, so 20k Romana without boost, 33 with Eureka. Her Ophelia with restand is 28 alone. She also has a decent amount of filter and can dig through almost anything, since her skill is check top 5 and call 2. And if you need a PG or Persona Ride, you can just call it and bounce it with Eureka. Right now, very great deck. Next is Felty Rosa. Her new grade 3 is very good compared to the last one. I used to put her in D tier. The new Felty Rosa gives the front row plus 10. If there's a grade 3 Felty Rosa in Soul, you only need 1 CB now to call, but you can only call 2. Her new ghosts really synergizes with the deck. Calling 2 is mostly enough. So as long as she drive checks a ghost, she can just call and the deck will be fine. I think it's a good aggro deck. The only problem is the hand size. The hand size is not as big as the other decks on the top. So I'll put her here, like around the Vanguard. Right, Unica maybe lower. Next, Alestial, another aggro deck, a rush deck. Very strong turn 3 with the new Alestial, but can be breaky sometimes. So the new Alestial doesn't have a grade 3 restriction and re-rides. After attack, it re-rides to the old Alestial, which gives the units -5, which gives all of your opponent's units -5, and it gains a crit. The only issue is sometimes it gets bricky. You always need Fenael and Elkel. The new Alestial searches a Blackwing, so you can search for Fenael now. But a lot more things can still go wrong with the deck. Sometimes you don't have Elkel, sometimes you have White Wing and can't search for Blackwing and such. Things can go wrong for this deck, but it has a very strong turn 3, especially if it goes first, since Alestial's skill does not have a grade 3 restriction on the re-ride. It's just around, just in the middle of B tier. Clarissa got another restander, so which helps the deck. The new Clarissa is decent, but it's just not as good if you compare it to Willista and Felty, or even Alestial. It's just a small difference, right, compared to the old Clarissa. Let's still put her like around here. Laronerol, her new grade 3 is also not as good compared to the other Lyrical Ride lines, but she does get a Song Searcher, and which still helps the deck, right? Moving on to the units that gained some PRs in August. First, the Shop Challenge PR Emposa. Japan already had it for a long time now. It is a very important piece for the Jewel. It's a restander which does not need CB. The only cost, it retires itself, but you get to add a card from your soul to hand. It's the missing piece for the Jewel to be in A tier. Minerva got the new PR Thasus, which checks top 3 of your deck, put 1 to soul and rest to bottom, and also Soul Blast 1. I think at the end of the battle at attack, Soul Blast 1, retire it. You can put a card from your hand or drop to soul. And if you put from hand, you can draw, which is very good for Minerva, which helps the deck also. I say she's around here, around the Jewel's level. I think she's around in the middle of A tier. because we're still waiting on the double rare. I think it's Leralim, the grade 1, but that just comes out in set 11. But in set 11, I think Minerva's gonna be a threat in the meta. Next, we have Luquir. Luquir got a Searcher for a grade 3 card to put to Soul. You're gonna worry less about not having the order, which gives Luquir a multi-attack, which is very important. Makes the deck more consistent with the 4th attack. Without the set order, you're just a 3 attack deck. It moves Luquir to B. And Nirvana and Jiva, I think they were around here. The new set order allows their trick stars and original addresses to be saved when box decked or bound. Instead of getting bound or bot deck, you get the trick star and then you put all the original address to drop. But these decks does not have a lot of space. Put them on the top of C. Maelstrom got a PR. The skill also costs CB. Still troublesome that it costs CB, but it gives a Maelstrom another attack. Switches places with the rear guard in front of it. The PR is very good also because it gets +5 per each Blue Storm Armada, which helps Maelstrom players hit the 13k Vanguards, or maybe on the later turns of the game the PR can get bigger, which can hit over defensives, right? So I think Maelstrom is a very solid deck. And then Magnolia got a Amelia clone, which allows Magnolias to ride up to grade 4 Magnolia instantly, but it's not a Silver Horned Beast, and you're not sure, and I think the deck is a little bit tight, but regardless, I think it will still help the deck, right? And then last, Bastion. It's not really a big support. There was a Forbidal Order, which allows you to search up to 2 grade 4 or 3s. You add the grade 4 to hand and call the grade 3s. So it helps a lot of it helps also Prison, but for Bastion it's really helpful, right? But you can only have 1 per deck, so it's only very good, if you get it. So I'll put it here, and that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.